Well, hello, kindred spirits. I thought I would do an unboxing of the Fall in a Box. Well, actually, it's a boxing unboxing of sorts because I kept one box aside, and I'm going to show you how Carla and I boxed these together and then tell you a little bit about the products. Now, I want to say I wish I could have done more. I first was going to start with 25. And then when I saw the reaction, I was like, oh gosh, maybe it's not enough. So I decided to do 45. Now, I'm still contemplating if I'll do this for Christmas. It was a lot of work. I will not say that it wasn't, but it's almost like childbirth. You know, it's fun at the beginning and then very painful. You'll say you'll never do it again. And then after a while, you forget the pain and you just see the joy of it. And so you get pregnant again, or in this case, maybe make another box. So I'm not sure yet, still working on that. But I can tell you that every once in a while, you will see themed boxes on our online store. And that way I can put some things together. So maybe it might be a little spa box. It might be a Boston Tea Party box. You know, just some little things put together that are at a lower price bracket, but also things that you can order and maybe give as gifts or for yourself. So that's also something that I'm working on right now. But I thought I would share this Fall in a Box with you right now as I pack it up and get it ready to go out to, I forget what state it's going to, but it's the other part of the country. So let's get going. We had a little bit of a system for filling this, and I forgot my fillers. Let me go get that right now. Okay, so the first thing that we put in the box was a little bit of a little buffer here. So I have some peanuts that are compostable. You might have got some in your box if you're watching this that wasn't the compostable type, but that's because I also recycle. But I'm putting some of these in the bottom to protect our book and its corners. And I learned that because when the shipment came to me, I thought for sure the books were going to be damaged the way the box looked. So when I realized I was afraid of the corners being dented, that I was going to take special care shipping it out. Then we put the book called New England Desserts. It's not just fall. What I liked about it, it's the 4 seasons, and not only is it full of New England created and based recipes, it has a lot of other different recipes as well. And it has a lot of full color photos. And I'm looking forward to making some of these and just working out of this book. So I was very pleased when I saw it and ordered it. So we ended up putting that in this little plastic protector. I wanted to make sure it didn't get scratched. And thank you to those of you who have already received the box and letting us know, one, how much you loved it. I really appreciate it. But you also noticed that we wrapped it with love, and we really did. Not only did we want everything protected, but also making sure that you had fun opening it and a little special gift. So this would go in the box, and I made sure that all of the corners, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, you know, is protected. Then what I put in the box was the potpourri. Now this is from Montana, but the scent of this, I've said it in the past, is a real nice tangy orange. It's not a sweet orange, hint of spice, but not heavy. And this can be year-round, literally year-round, but it's perfect to put out in the fall and right up through Thanksgiving. And they also have refresher oils, which I think I'm gonna try ordering next time. As of right now, I'm down to just a couple more bags of these. We've already gone through a couple hundred. So I'm thinking I'll order some more of these if they're out of stock by the time you look, and also refresher oils. So if you have this, hold on to it. I have a baggie of it from last year, and then I mixed some with the new this year, but I'm also gonna try the oils myself. So this went in the bag, and since it's so heavily scented, this didn't work out as well as I was hoping because I could still smell them when I was working around the house. But I just wanted to keep the scent off of some of the other products for a while. So we put it in a freezer Ziploc bag, and I wish I could find one that's prettier without some writing on the back, but this was the purpose, to try to help the scent stay in it. If I could find something better, I will do that for next time. And we place that in the box, and this also worked kind of as a little buffer for some of the other items. And that other item that's going to be near that is our apple orchard candle. I started selling this last year, also with the balsam citrus, which is our top seller. I love the balsam citrus year round. This I definitely like for fall, going in through Thanksgiving. Once again, this is a true crisp apple smelling candle. There's no hint of vanilla or any other sweetness to it. Nice, crisp, and tart. That's the type of candles that I seem to do best with for not getting a headache. So that's why I really like this brand also. And I'm gonna put my glasses on. I don't know if it says it here. I believe these are coconut wax, and you don't get any hint of that. Yes, coconut wax candle. There's no hint of coconut whatsoever, so I don't want you to get nervous with that. And this is an 8-ounce candle. So we ended up wrapping these also for protection. I'm gonna double wrap this. And we cut the strips out too. So this was like I said, this was a labor of love. There's a lot of prep work behind the scenes. So I put that in there. And then I just put a few more little peanuts around the side just to prevent it from shifting and moving. Okay, then what went in was the apple cider pancakes. These two products, the apple cider pancakes and the apple cider donuts, made in Vermont and all natural ingredients. You can just read a few on the back, and I don't know if my paperwork is folded enough to see it. Okay, so for this one, ingredients: flour, sugar, buttermilk powder, baking powder, baking soda, vanilla, salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Everything that I can say. Nothing that is too hard to say. All natural. Same with the donuts. Let's see, that one is, it's almost covered here, but let's see. Flour, sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, baking soda, baking powder, vanilla, salt, and spices. These we consume in our house all the time, and they are so delicious. But let it be known that you need cider in your house if you're going to make these. I've tried making them without the cider, not as tasty. I actually even substituted the cider for coffee in the donuts. I'm going to say it wasn't that bad. But if you're going for the experience for the New England apple cider donuts, get yourself some cider. So, sure, we're going to just put these in here. And in between those two items, I forgot some more bubble wrap. I have to go get it. We have a maple syrup. This is Ben's maple syrup, not my Ben, but this is made in a town over from us, and they do ship nationwide. So you may have seen this in a store near you, I'm not sure. But right now they're building a huge facility in, it's either Temple or Peterborough. It's kind of on the line. I'll have to find out. Could even be Wilton, I'm not sure. But it's going to be a destination for travelers who want to see how it's made. They have a huge gift shop going in, and I'm going to do a tour of that once they open. But I have to go get some bubble wrap because that is absolutely needed to go in the box. I'll be right back. Okay, so then our maple syrup was wrapped up nice and safe. Put a little bit of some shredded paper just around the top. I'll give you a little, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll give you a little overview afterwards. Okay, and then I did a little more of this shredded paper on top. Okay, so the reason I'm doing that is because then I have two other items going over. We have these long matches that are great for lighting a fire, a candle that might be a little bit longer into a hurricane. So these are a little extra long. They're not the really super long fireplace ones. And they have an old-fashioned looking fork and knife and spoon on the back. So we have that we're going to wrap up. And also we have 8-inch beeswax candles, and if you get beeswax candles either from me or a store that have like a little white haze on them, I called it patina, but I was informed that it's called the bloom, and I think I remember even saying that last year when I got these. These are made in, oh, let me go back to finish. All you need to do is rub the bloom off if you want to have just the solid color candle. It comes off very easily. And the candles are hand dipped in my own hometown. And then the beeswax, when I first asked them, where does the beeswax come from? They looked at each other and I'm like, oh no, I hope it's not imported. And they said, no, it's just from a couple towns over. We just, it's not from our town. And so that is all you need to do. So we wrapped these up in a way that they were not touching each other. So we made sure of that. So just a little bit roll of that one. And to protect the candles from breakage, we then supported them on top of the box and wrapped those up. Poor Carla, I had a box all set up and she had to keep referring to it because I really tried several ways that the wrapping worked, I think, best. And so we did everything the exact. Sometimes the pancakes were on one side, the donuts were on the other, but we let that slide. Okay, so we had the matches and candles, but those go on top. And then also in the box, maple candy. Now, this is something I remember as a child, and I look forward to it every year. And you might remember, for those who have been following, I was able to make a batch last year. This year, it just didn't work out that well, and luckily I found out that a lot of people had issues. It was just a strange year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any maple syrup making and candle making next year. It's time consuming for the amount that we get. So knowing that they're right down the street and there's so many people around us that make the maple syrup, I think we're all set. So on some of these, they got wrapped, some didn't, but I'm going to wrap this one since I have the paper here. And that got tucked in the side here. And then I filled around that as well with a little bit of the paper. And then we just filled voids with some paper or the raffia, or the shredded paper, I mean. The whole goal was to keep things from shifting and rattling. So we just shove that in there. Once again, trying to use things that are recycled, or if you can recycle the bubble wrap, if you have a place that you can take that, or you can even take it to a local, like UPS, I believe, and they will recycle it for you and use it again. Okay, just a little bit more here. And then we went in. This is what made the mess for us everywhere. I had huge 10-pound boxes. We had 2 of them, so we went through 20 pounds of this paper, and I had to go out and get more. to finish up some of the boxes. But that use this to cover it. And then I have a little note here that I included, and it was mainly just asking everybody who got the box to open this first, a little note, and it's asking them to just sit and savor the moment, make time for themselves, pull things out, you know, smell, sight, taste, it's even sound, just using the senses. And then I mentioned that I would have more information on the products later because I didn't want them to read about the products and then not be surprised of what's in the box. Now, truth be told, also on almost all of them, I had a pressed leaf that I did, but we got down to the wire and some of the leaves broke on me, and then I just ran out of time to get more, and then the weather was just not working in our favor, so I apologize. Majority of you got leaves, and some don't. Like, I don't have one for this last box, but this is what we did. This is our fall in a box, equaling 10.5 pounds. So needless to say, I moved these around several times in the house and then getting them to the post office. And on the day I brought these, we had about 25 other orders that went out with it. Or actually, we had 68 orders total that day to send out. So it's been busy. It was a few days of playing with boxes and tape and the whole works. So what I'll be doing now is sealing this up with some black tape, putting the label on, and head out to the post office in about 5 minutes before the rainstorm begins and some very heavy lightning. So I hope you enjoyed that, and like I said, we'll see if we do another. If not, you can watch for the smaller gift boxes that I put together that will be coming and going, and we'll figure out what works for us. Okay, we'll see you later, guys. Bye now. And this is called New England, and this is called New England Desserts. It's not just fall.